laughing loud, echoes in a sleepy crowd. Pizza boxes, drinks in hand, telling tales, oh isn't it grand? Every moment a snapshot frame, wild adventures, we're all the same. From school halls to midnight drives.
All right, man. Got our milk and our cookies are caught. It's story time, dude. It's so funny though, right? When you're a kid.
Are we waiting for Santa?
No, it's nap time. You know what I mean? Stories, they tell a story and then you take a nap, you know?
You get cookies at nap time as a kid?
Well, yeah. I went to a private school that told me about the Lord.
Lordy.
Yeah. The worst Kool-Aid I've ever had. Yeah. So, Andrew, tell us a story, man.
Yeah.
I want to hear a story.
So, one... I don't know how long ago it was, but one of my many backpacking trips, I was in the Grand Canyon. I did like a 10-day trip, and it was only a few of us for the first 6 days. And we did, once you've done a lot of Grand Canyon hiking, you like when you go to get a permit, you have to like if you were just walk up and you've never done a hike, you'd have to like hike Bright Angel or something like that. You need to get the permits to like camp, right? Yeah. They won't just let you do any trail
for sure
because there's unmaintained trails and things like that. Yeah. So once you've kind of built up a resume, you can start doing some stuff where like you wouldn't think you could.
You have to bring a resume to like the
no, you have to like sign. You have to fill out like information when you go to get it. Now it's kind of, I think it's a little bit more of a lottery system, but
they keep track of where you hike.
Oh yeah, you have to camp in designated camping spots because they have to know how many people are there.
Yeah, good track.
Because they limit it too. Yeah. So like there's only like X campsite can only have 10 people in this area. Or, So
we did like Havasu, and it was like a whole thing.
It's kind of nice because then you don't see anybody.
Yeah, and it's not blown out either.
On this one trip we were doing, it was like a 10-day trip. 4 of us did 6 days ahead of time, and then the other 4 days, some people met up with us. They hiked in from where we were going to hike out, and they did an in and out trip. We got dropped off, and we were farther down on the north rim, and we hiked down. And for the first 6 days, it was just the 4 of us. And the first night, I had my first fire in the Grand Canyon, which you're not allowed to do in the national park.
Yeah, that's why you did it.
But we were technically not in the national park that first night. So we were able to have a fire, which I will say was a very safe fire. Lots of river rocks and all rock. There was nothing else around us. We had to hike far.
Were you like right across the border? Like, ha.
Yeah, no, we literally were on the border. We didn't have to have a permit that night. And so we went in a few days. It was a really good trip. We had lots of really cool things you don't get to see because this was a trail. So once you get this resume, you can go on backcountry and you can do unmaintained trails. But you can also be like, this is what I want to do. And you can tell them your itinerary and where you want to go. And they will accept it sometimes. So we were like, we want to do this trail. We want to traverse across the river to this certain point to meet our friends up at a place called Deer Creek Falls. And they're like, okay.
Traverse.
So there's trails, but they're not really there. A lot of them are like animal trails, and they're not really mapped out all the time. And so we had gotten down to the river, and you're fishing for dinner and all that kind of stuff. And then you kind of hit a point where you're like, all right, this is it. We're gonna have to start traversing the river tomorrow. And you wake up the next day and you're like, all right, let's do this. And you start hiking and you're just trying to find your way. Well, we ended up on a cliff about like 100 feet above the river, and we're hit a dead end. We're like, there's nowhere else for us to go. And we're just sitting there trapped.
Aim for the bushes.
Across the way, a little bit in the distance, there's a little bit of a cove. And there was these big boats. They're wooden boats called dories. And they're kind of like what Glenn Powell? I forget the Powell. This is the guy who first went down the Grand Canyon, and he went in a wooden boat called the dory. And so they have these boats called dories, and it's just 2 big oars. Somebody sits in the middle and rows it. And this group was over there. It was like a whole group of people in like 2 boats. And this guy starts, and it's quiet in the Grand Canyon, so you can yell quite a ways, and it echoes.
Echo, yeah.
And so he's like, "What are you doing?" And we're like, "We're lost."
Yeah. Like,
we're trying to go there. And it was the guide. So he clearly knew the river like the back of his hand.
Right. Yeah.
And you could barely see the guy, but he was wearing like a Hawaiian shirt. And
of course he was.
Captain of a boat, Captain Ron.
Yeah.
And so he's like, all right. He's like, you just gotta go down here and whip around, and then you and he's like, I'll meet you over there. And I'm like, you're gonna meet us over there? I'm like, how are you gonna do that? There's like rapids. There's like, it's the river's going fast right there, and we're like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. And so we finally made our way to where he was instructing us to go. We hiked up to a point and he's like, all right, I'm coming across. I'm like, what are you doing? And so it was just like, there was a whole group of people. There was like probably 10, 15 people over there and they had their camp set up. And these guys were just like the people that you would charter to take you down the river. You didn't have to row or anything. This is like,
just kick it.
Oh, it's like bespoke.
It's just one person rowing on each boat, right? You're not in a raft doing the whole thing. This is just a totally different experience.
You're the tourist.
Yeah. And
slow down.
And so he's like, all right. And so he jumps in his boat and they were kind of in a little bit of a bay cove area on their side. And he pushed it as far up as he could get it. And then he jumps in the boat with his first mate. And this dude just like starts powering across the rapids and he just angles it just right. And it was really wide at that spot. And he just nailed it. He landed right where we were.
Jesus. Was he like green with like ripped jeans?
He was ripped. He was like, he looked like he was about like 60, but he was like he was a leather skinned river rat guy. I don't know if you ever met somebody who just their sole purpose in life is to go down the Grand Canyon. And that's what this guy did. He probably went down the Grand Canyon like 5, 6, 7 times a year. And his name was Bronco.
Of course it was.
Classic. That's where they got the Ford vehicle name from him. Like, oh, fuck, we're calling it a Bronco.
And he's got his first mate with him. And
was it Gilligan?
He looked exactly like Shmi in the movie Hook. Like identical. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is the guy that was played opposite of Dustin Hoffman in that movie, but it wasn't. It was just some dude with a weird fucking thing in his like a feather in his ear.
His name was Shmi, though, right?
I think it was Shmi. I'm pretty sure he told us differently. And he was like, "Hey, so we got these rich people over here, and they've got like margaritas because you have propane powered blenders.
Well, duh, you're not gonna.
You gotta have more for Bronco to work.
And these guys what they do is they set up all the camp for everybody. They set up all the tents. They set up all the food. They make the food for you.
These people do nothing.
They do nothing except for enjoy the ride. I want to do this one day. And he's like, we'll take you across, is what he originally told us. And by the time he got across, he was like, yeah, no, I can't take you across this rapid. I barely made it across myself. We're like, we saw.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like fucking bitching out, bro. Like the fuck.
Because he was going to take us across. We're going to have margaritas with these people.
Can you bring margaritas back?
Well, so the bottom of the dories, just like every river raft, the bottom is where they store the food because the river is really cold. It's like 45 degrees. Yeah. And so they put as much ice in there as they can. But the bottom of these dories also have compartments where they store food. And so he came across, we had been in the Grand Canyon for like 5 days at that point. And so you accumulate trash and you haven't had a cold beverage in quite a while and you're exhausted. Yeah. And so he just made his way across just to give us a beer.
That's amazing.
Seriously, he's like $400.
No, free, 100% free. Wow. He gave us I think he gave us 2 beers apiece. We sat there and drank one with him. He took all of our garbage. He gave us a handful of gorp. And
what
then
gorp? Don't just keep talking when you say gorp. Okay. just say trail mix, man. I had to Google so many fucking things when we do these things. I feel so dumb.
His name's Bronco. What do you think he's going to call it? Trail mix? He's out at one of these city like pussies like us. Like he lives to run the river.
I'm going to Whole Foods tomorrow and be like, where's your gorp?
Where's your nicest gorp?
Like, God damn it. You've never been in the Grand Canyon, have you, fucker?
And so he gave us a few beers and we enjoyed the heck out of that because at that point on that long of a backpacking trip you're trying to carry as little weight as possible. So we carried Everclear. I think we had one small bottle of whiskey and Everclear for 4 people. Yeah. You mix it with a little bit of Gatorade powder, take a few shots after hiking 20 miles.
You're fucking exhausted.
You pass the fuck out. Like you're out. And so after these couple of beers, we had a short little hike after that. And Bronco said goodbye. Yeah. Made his way miraculously across. He almost missed the mark on the way back, which would have been
crazy.
It would have been terrible for the people because they had one more boat, so they could at least gotten stuff in the boat and figured it out. I guess, but they would have to float down the river. I don't know what they would have done, but swim down the river.
Did he grab some gorp like pie or Popeye and drink it like spinach? It's like it's like get all strong.
It was that dude's arms. he had like the widest shoulders and the biggest arms I've ever any person I've ever seen. It was kind of ridiculous. But I mean, his name fit him, Bronco. So it was quite the.
He skips leg day though. I bet.
His legs. Like he had twigs. But,
like a bird.
He never stood up once. That's hilarious.
God.
That's fantastic. Well, thanks for the fun afterthoughts today.
Late nights, we're laughing loud, echoes in a sleepy crowd. Pizza boxes, drinks in hand, telling tales, oh isn't it grand? Every moment a snapshot frame, wild adventures, we're all the same. From school halls to midnight drives, these are the moments that keep us alive. Afterthoughts, let's rewind, stories shared, oh so kind. From the crush that got away, to that road trip on a rainy day. We're the dreamers, we're the sparks, making memories, leaving marks. Afterthoughts, we're never lost, just a podcast of our thoughts. Coffee brews and secret spills,